Good morning, and this is the midweek edition of TVC Breakfast. It's good to have you join us. Thanks a lot for joining us on another ride this morning. I am Kemi Fola Adeyemo with Olamide Adeyemi.
Good morning, Kemi.
Olamide Lapope.
It's good to be here once again. I'm loving your red.
Oh, thank you. And so am I.
Oh, really?
Is it royal purple now?
I mean, I'm looking up to you. I have to match you.
Oh, goodness. Thanks a lot. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Right. We begin the show this morning with a directive from the President, Bola Tinubu, to the Federal Road Safety Corps for them to ramp up highway monitoring and reduce road accidents nationwide. Now, this was after a devastating auto crash claimed the lives of 40 members of the Tijaniya movement in Nigeria. The victims were traveling to a Maulid Nabi celebration in Saminaka, Kaduna State, when their bus collided with a truck at Lere Town in Kaduna on Sunday. On Tuesday, President Tinubu extended his condolences to the families of the deceased and the injured, as well as the governments of Kaduna and Plateau states. He also prayed for the repose of the souls of the departed. Well, this tragic incident sparks concern about road safety in Nigeria, and President Tinubu's directive aims to prevent such accidents in the future. Lamide, we've been having like an almost daily occurrence of ghastly crashes. As of this, only days earlier, we also had a case like that in the north, and of course on the regular expressways, it's always familiar. One just has to brace oneself, so to speak, to see gory scenes of accidents, and we don't know how far this directive by the president will go. Like we have been saying, I think both of us were
had this conversation
on this set. Yes, and we're talking about how FRSC can beef up its campaign, how people can also do the needful. Of course, this is a regular campaign, this Ember Months campaign to ensure safer expressways, safer travels for everyone. We're really looking forward to a celebration, during the forthcoming Yuletide, and we hope that accidents of this nature will be minimized, to the least.
And this conversation we had that was last week, where we were talking about the FRSC telling travelers to avoid night travels. And so this is coming at a great time, but it's also quite unfortunate that lives have been lost after we're getting this order by the president. Recently the FRSC, in a move to address some of these issues, also launched a mobile app to help either the rider or the driver identify some of the traffic and hotspot areas on the highways. It's not just one person's work. It is an interagency collaborative efforts that will actually ensure the success of this, and will also help to identify and also reduce the potential risk that drivers and also riders may experience on the highways at this time. And so when we're talking about a multifaceted approach in doing this, it also involves the use of monitoring traffic, especially on the highways. Recall that our last conversation was also on focusing on having the FRSC monitor traffic beyond in-state road, beyond state roads within the states. And so beyond just having these monitoring mechanisms, we also must ensure compliance. We also must ensure, continuous awareness mechanisms to ensure that, traffic regulations are being abided by. And it's not just the role of the FRSC, but, also, the military that we see at the entrance of the border of each state at that time.
And in any case, it's not just the expressways, the interstate expressways that we have, here of accidents of this nature. Even even intrastate movements, Lagos State, the commercial nerve capital, the commercial nerve center of the country, has also had its own share of, this kind of losses, and many times they are avoidable. What's caused this particular, accident? It was a collision with a truck. What was the state of the truck? Was it a night travel? Not much information, has been given in this particular case. But when you look at the accident in context, basic rules such as, checking your vehicle before you embark on that trip, brake failure, perhaps, maybe the headlight was spoiled or damaged at the time. So many of these basic things, if we can just imbibe this within and outside movements in the city, in and out of the city, perhaps, crashes like this, we won't get to hear of them so often. So we just hope that not just FRSC, but all the, agencies that have to do with, traffic, control, management, and if regulations is also the problem, if that's the problem too, we also want to see more and more of this, these officials doing their job and not just after what they will get at the end of it. People who want to even evade these officials or give them money so that they look the other way. Perhaps I think it's a call to action for everyone, not just officials or government, but even we